think that you can remember where they're from, where they were.
Well, Mum was born in Frankston,
Yeah.
and Dad was born in Hobart, near Sandy Bay, a casino.
Yeah.
And his father was a sea captain.
Do you know what ships or anything?
Yes. The Alice was one that was called after his wife. And the other one was that's the one in there on that
Oh, the pictures.
sailing boats.
Yeah.
He was a part owner, captain of the ship. He was part owner. The Osprey.
Yeah.
And then he retired. And Dad came to Melbourne. He got married over there to his first wife. And then she died.
Did they have any children?
Yes, Auntie Eva. Did you know Auntie Eva?
I don't know if I remember. Was she up in that home up in the Dandenong or someplace? Mum took us somewhere to see her.
Greensboro.
Mum took us
Greensboro,
out one
I think it
time to
was.
see an older lady.
Yes, Greensboro.
Okay.
And anyway, I think she was about 7 years old when Mum married her husband,
Yeah.
her father.
Yeah.
Might have been about 6 years old. And then 12 months after she had Uncle Reg, Grandma did,
Yeah.
and 4 years and 7 months after that I was born.
See, when was when was your mum married? It was about what year?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
No, you were born when?
I was born in 81 years ago.
Yeah, so that would be... See, today's the 13th of May, it's the day before Mother's Day, in 78. So, it was, must have been
1890. Yes. When I was born, but you see, Reg was born 4 years and 7 months before me.
Yeah,
And Mum was married 12 months when he was born.
yeah. But, Mum's probably got it written down on those.
I suppose she has.
But I can't remember that. And I know your birthday's on there. And where were you living when you were born? Were you born in Richmond?
Richmond, and Mum was married in that house, and she lived there, and we were all born there. Both of us were born there,
Yeah.
and I was married there in that house.
Oh, were you? I didn't know that.
And there's a chair in your way, I can pull it in closer.
No, I didn't know that.
And Auntie Valda was born in that house.
Yeah.
It's Richmond there. I was going to have a nurse to look after us, and the girl that was coming to look after us and the kids couldn't come, so Mum said, I'll come down there. So I went down, and she said, come down there and have the baby down there and I'll look after you. So that's what we done.
Yeah.
And that's where Valda was, that's how she was born down there. And Dad looked after the kids, and I had Margie with me.
Yeah.
Well, see, Dad used to go to work, and he'd get up early in the morning, and he'd cut all the lunches.
Yeah.
The other three went to school, and the lady next door used to send them off at 8 o'clock, no, 8:30 to school,
Yeah.
and then they'd play around there till they come home, and when he come home at night, and then he'd get their tea.
Well, he was good to do that, wasn't he?
Oh yes, well, he had to. No one
He
else
has no one
to do it.
else to rely on to do it.
And then I joined the church, I think, when I was about 9.
Yeah. Do you remember the elder that baptized you?
I do, but now you've asked me, I've
No,
just gone out of my head.
Okay.
Start with a B.
Well, we can come back here.
Yes, we baptised in the Melbourne City baths. We were baptised.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
The swimming baths. Obviously, would be our ancestors, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh. Now, was Grandma baptised at the same time?
Yes, she was baptised the same day.
And what about Uncle Reg? Was he?
He was baptised the same time.
You were all baptised together?
The three of us at the one time. I nearly said it, his name. I was going to say Boyd, but it's not Boyd. My father, he wasn't at all interested in church.
Yeah.
He was a good man, you know.
Yeah.
He used to knock us about or drink. He was a good worker.
Yeah.
He used to bring his money home. We'd like to go fishing at the weekend down to Frankston. Oh, that's finished, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. That didn't take long, did
No,
it?
it didn't.
I haven't got that much. Every time we hear his pound, I've got a bit less. Mm.
Well, so you were about 9 when you got baptized?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you you lived then in Richmond all the time?
Yeah, all the time till I got married.
Yeah. And what did you do? Did you work before?
I went to work. I was a tailoress.
Yeah.
I used to make soldiers' clothes, soldiers' uniforms.
Yeah.
And I went to Western Australia for about 4 months. Went over by boat
Yeah.
and came back again. And that's when I met Uncle after I came back. I suppose I'd be about 20 when I met him.
Now you
19
were
or
Grandpa?
20. Yes, Grandpa. What did I say
You said
there?
Uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Is that all the time?
Did it bother you?
No. And I think we went together. He wasn't so interested in church. The Braumans are not that interested in church either. But yet they're all good living.
Yeah.
And I said to him I wouldn't marry him unless he joined the church. And anyway, he joined the church, but he wasn't that over enthusiastic about it. And then, what was he, a deacon?
Yeah.
And then what's the next after that?
Teacher.
I think he might be a teacher, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then of course we got married and then we went away up to Gippsland and there was no church up there.
And did you live in Leongatha all the time?
Yes, we
in
lived.
Gippsland?
We were in Gippsland.
Yeah.
We lived in Leongatha. Douglas was born in Carlton
Yeah.
and my mother was born in Leongatha. And before Morris was born, about 3 months, we came back to Melbourne because he'd sold his business.
And then Grandpa was doing shoemaking down there. wasn't he?
Yes, he was shoemaking up in Gippsland
Yeah.
too, making boots.
Yeah.
Then we went to then he went to Geelong, and I stayed at Grandma's house until Morris was born.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital, and after I was well enough, after a few weeks, I suppose he was about 3 weeks or a month old, we went down to Geelong to live, and we lived there.
Is that where Grandpa was taxi driving to?
Yes, he was taxi driving down there after a while, after he sold his business.
Yeah. Was he doing anything else besides taxi driving, or did he do that full time? Or?
No, yes, he done that full time, taxi driving down there. When he first started, he used to go for Saturday afternoon and a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then when he sold his business, he done it full time.
Now he was shoemaking in Geelong too? Or?
Yes.
I can remember you telling me that you had a pair of shoes that Grandpa had made. And
a pair of boots.
Yeah, a pair of boots.
Before I was married.
Yeah, and then you also that he made some for the kids. And
oh yes, he used to make them all the kids.
Yeah.
Yes, he used to make them for all the kids.
And Mum told me that Grandpa used to go rabbit hunting
during
the Depression.
When the Depression was, you see, we'd sold the business and then he went to work in a factory.
Yeah.
And when they got out of work when the Depression, then he used to go away and catch rabbits and sell them and buy them off of other fellas.
Yeah.
He'd come back to Melbourne and the kids would go around and get orders and sell them. 1 and 6 a pair.
Oh boy. You know, when we were at the Victoria Market on Thursday, they were $1.89 a pair, a piece. Each. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot different, isn't it?
You're right. Yes, you used to get 1 and 6 a pair.
Yeah.
That'd be like 50 cents.
Yeah, probably.
For 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2. Well, then when you went to Geelong, how long were you in Geelong?
Well, this is, we didn't sell the rabbits in Geelong. We'd come back to Melbourne.
That was in Gippsland, wasn't it?
I don't know how long we was in Geelong because Auntie Marge was born down there.
Yeah.
Yes, she was born down there, and then things was coming on, the Depression, and things were getting a bit tight, you know, so he sold his hire car.
Yeah.
Or I gave it back to them or something because it wasn't quite paid for because it was a new one.
Yeah.
And I gave it back to them, and then he went to work in the factory again, and then that's when things got bad, you know. We did it perhaps 1 or 2 days a week or 1 day a week.
Yeah. You're only allowed to work, and what did they do, have one person come in one day and someone else the next? Or?
No, when the orders were all finished, when you'd be off till more orders came in.
I see. So,
it smells nice from that stuff.
Yeah, that does smell nice, doesn't it? Well, then how long did he work in there, in that other place?
I don't know how long he was working there. What happened after that? Then he started selling. Well, then he opened up another business in Preston.
What was he doing?
Making boots, making shoes. And I used to sew the uppers, and he used to make the shoes and sell them. Repair shoes.
You've had your turn too.
I've had my go at them.
Yeah, making shoes too.
And then he sold that out to his friend, and where he was working, one place they came for him again. He went back there to work, and then after that, well, things got pretty bad again, you know. When the Depression was on, he was in and out of work all the time.
Yeah.
And we went down to Frankston, we went down to Grandma's.
Yeah.
Because I'd had the flu, and your mother had the flu. Your mother had it really bad, she had an abscess.
Is that when she had the ear abscess in the ear?
Yes. And Anyway, we went down to Frankston and we lived in Grandma's train.
Oh yeah, I can. Now I want you to tell me about that. What Mum said, where she said that she was sleeping and then she looked up and in those, you know how the train have those like picture frame things on there. Can you remember about that when she told me she saw Auntie Violet in there?
Not Auntie Violet, Auntie Emma.
Was Auntie Emma?
Yes, Auntie Emma. And she was looking down at her. And then it was a day or so after that, the next day, the man tried to take her away.
Yeah.
Wanted her to go with him. And she fought with him and run home. She said she must have been watching over her.
Yes. Yeah. Well, she told me that she didn't know who it was, and she went and asked you, and you.
It would be Auntie Emma.
Yeah. You asked what does she look like, and then you told her. And then she said.
That was Mum's cousin.
Yeah. Well, she said that you told her now she must be trying to tell you to be careful.
Yes, that's right.
And then that happened. Oh, that was really, really interesting.
Yes, she's had a couple of experiences.
Yeah. Well, how long did you have to live in the train?
We were living there, might be only 12 months.
Yeah.
And Dulcie used to sleep up with Grandma in the bedroom up in her bed.
Yeah.
Because Grandpa slept in another room.
Yeah.
And Dulcie used to sleep in Grandma's room with her.
How old was Mum then?
Well, she was going to work, started work.
Yeah.
She'd be 14.
Yeah.
And then we lived in that train, and then we got some ground off Grandma. She gave us some ground, and Dad bought a boat shed and built a house on it, on the land, up there in Vera Street.
Oh yeah.
And we said we'd buy the box off her. There was 3 of them, but we never paid her.
Yeah.
We never had the money.
Well, yeah.
We couldn't seem to get the money to pay her.
Well, when you're raising children, you don't have a lot of money.
Especially when
Especially
you're
during a rough
depression
time.
like that. But she never pushed us.
Yeah.
She never pushed us at all. So then, from then on, then he started to build.
Went into the building trade.
He went into a builder then. Before he was a shoemaker. And then a rabbiter. And a dress salesman.
Selling
clothing.
Yeah.
And then this other business. He done all right for the times.
Yes.
With them all, at each thing he was in.
Yeah.
And then he done all right with the building. And then the war broke out and they weren't allowed to build anymore, so he was driving a bus.
Oh,
Then, a soldier's bus. They asked him if he would. And him and Doug was driving the Yanks.
Yeah. And how old was Uncle Doug? He was
married.
Oh, it was when he was married?
He was married when he was 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And I think your mother was married. Oh, yes, your mother was married then.
Yeah. Yeah, Mum got married just at the beginning
of the war. Yes. And it was time to get tea, but it's only 4 o'clock then, so...
Yeah, it's getting dark early, doesn't it?
Yes, your mother was married, and Dad was driving the buses, and so was Dad. And then they asked them if they'd build, they said they was going to build some. They got them on the building of them, building the buses.
Oh.
And Uncle Doug was painting them, spraying them, and painting them. And then when the war was over, Dad wouldn't stay because he wanted to start building again. Excuse me, started building, that'd be nice on it. He started building after the war broke out, and then and built and built and built until we came up here.
Yeah.
His health broke down. He had too much worry and too much work. His health broke down, then we come up here to Tawny for a holiday, and then we bought that little farm and worked on the farm, grew tomatoes and milked cows and picked pears and
grapes.
There's lots of grapes there.
Almond trees.
And all those almond trees, yes.
And orange trees.
Yes, and orange trees and a few lemon trees.
I can remember going in those channels along where the grapes were growing and the pear trees and the pears dropping off into the channel. Those pears were huge, either that or I was just small, but they seemed like they were huge.
Big pears, and they were beautiful pears.
Yeah, they were good. I remember making myself sick on them before. Eating so many of them.
Yes.
And the grapes were just hanging.
Oh, they were lovely grapes, yes.
That's when... that's when we were up in Kyabra, in Kai Valley then.
Kai Valley, yes.
When we were there. But then I can remember coming up to visit you, and you had those couple of old red roosters, those black roosters.
Oh, yes.
And Grandpa kept telling me, stay with your mother or something.
Yes, because one of them used to peck you and fight.
Yeah, and
chase you.
I was scared stick of that thing. He did chase me a couple of times.
Yes.
Well, it must have been about what?
We had a white one who used to chase Dulcie.
Yeah.
When we lived at the where was it? In Gather, I think. She had stool sores. And he used to come up and pick her leg. And all the blood, and she'd be screaming.
Yes, those,
because I suppose the things thought they were flies.
Yeah, they could have.
So stay away from the chooks. Don't go down near them.
Yeah. Then when Auntie June was still there, wasn't she? She was still on the farm then.
Yes.
I can remember. I was telling Mrs. Hayes because I thought it was Roma that June had gone to see. But we went. June says, well, one of her friends was in the hospital with a broken leg, and she said, I'll take you with me. She wanted to take me with her to go see her. So we cut through Mr. Maloney's paddock. He had that one paddock behind your place, didn't he? Along the railway.
I was frightened of snakes, didn't he?
Well, that's not what chased us. We got halfway through his paddock and that Jersey bull of his started chasing.
That's terrible.
And June grabbed a hold of me, and I swear that my feet didn't touch the ground. From the moment she grabbed my hand, I was running in midair. She just took off, and we were running like crazy. And I think I must have been going almost horizontally with feet going, floating along behind June. And because I can remember seeing this rabbit pop his head up out of the hole in the ground and then turn around and floop back down again. And then we got to the fence and we just charged through the fence.
Before the bull.
And then the bull stood there raking up the dirt, snorting and
yes, that was a bad bull, that one.
And gee, and then when we walked home, we came round the road.
Too right, she wouldn't go
that
that
way.
way
She's
again.
going to go through that paddock again. But he just seemed to come out of nowhere. That thing. I mean, she looked around because she said, if Mr. Maloney's got his bull in here, we won't go through. And so we looked all around and she looked and we couldn't see him. And all of a sudden, all we could hear was this thump, 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 thump coming in. He must have been close.
Because you were lucky.
Yeah, he must have been awful close to be able to hear him thumping on the ground.
Must have, yes. He was a beast of a bull because the man that worked there was frightened of him too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I remember about that. But Auntie June, she must have only been about 12.
Yes, she was.
12 or 13 or something. But she sure took off.
I bet your heart was thump, 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 thump.
Well, I don't think I was old enough to really know what was going on, except that I knew this bull was chasing it. Because I must have only been about 4. I don't think I could have been any more than that.
No.
Well, how long did you live on that farm?
Well, we lived on there for about it's been about 7 or 8 or 10 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
And then we worked there, and when Dad's health broke down, when we lived at 12 months on looking around and waiting for this house to be built. And then we shifted in here. We've been here about 16 years or 17 years.
Now you live with
Percy Gardner. Yes. We lived at his place.
Well, I can remember you moving out there. But I'd forgotten about that. Do you remember much about when, well, I'm sure you do, about when Mum had to have all those surgeries when I was just tiny?
Well, I know she came to my place and she told me about it, and I said, perhaps you've got a cyst.
Yeah.
And I said, go to the women's hospital. So your father went with her, and they came straight from my place round in a taxi when they came home.
Yeah.
And he said, I was right. He said, you're right, Grandma, she has.
Yeah.
And she had to have that removed. And they didn't take long either. It was only a few days when they done it.
Yeah.
They took her back in and done it.
Yeah.
And it had a cancerous growth on it.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
She told me that it did, and then I don't know if you knew when I had my appendix out. Dr. Robinson said, well,
have a look at yours.
Yeah, make sure that everything was all right with you. Everything was fine.
So anyway, the doctor called your father in, and I believe it was as big as a small football.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know.
She looked as if she was going to have a baby.
Yeah.
And I suppose it'd be as big as a footing like that.
Yeah.
And showed it to your father. They're like red, blubbery, veiny things, you know.
Yeah.
And had this cancerous growth on it.
Yeah.
And so they thought they'd better remove everything then.
Yeah.
And with that, she had to come home and get her strength up.
Yeah.
And then she had a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
And we took out her appendix and done everything that was necessary, and they said there wasn't any sign of anything else.
Yeah.
But they needn't have done that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they done it, and that was that.
Yeah. Well, it was better to make sure, wasn't it?
Yes, well, see, then she had to go in every 12 months for them to examine her. I better go and see that fellow.
Yeah.
And see, for them to examine her,
Yeah.
to see that she was all right. No, it wasn't Uncle Griggs, it was Cecil's father.
No, Mum said it was Uncle Griggs.
Was it? Wanted to take her.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened?
No, just that your father said, go away, didn't he?
Yeah. And then he turned around and went out. Now, I wanted to ask, can you, Mum told me about one of your relatives that, your family that had died during the epidemic. Oh, what was it?
Not the flu, was it?
No, it wasn't the flu, it was that other thing that people used to get. Oh, I can't even think what it's called. Diphtheria.
Well, that was all the family.
Yeah.
All Mum's family.
Can you tell me about that?
When my mother was born, her mother died when she was a few days old. And this is what it comes to. And the doctor brought diphtheria and scarlet fever into the house when he came to see the mother.
Yeah.
And all the family got it, all the kids. There was 5 of them died within a fortnight with diphtheria and scarlet fever.
And where were they living then?
Frankston. They're all buried there, not far from where your mother's buried.
Yeah.
And all that grave is gone because that'd be 100 years old, so
Yeah, and then it's all gone then.
they can take them after 99 years or 90 years or something,
Yeah.
reclaim it all.
Yeah. And then what happened? Who raised Grandma then?
Oh well, Grandma, my grandma's mother's best friend came to see her before she died, and she said, what could she do for her? And she said, if you could take me baby.
Yeah.
Of course she took the baby and brought it up as her own.
Yeah. But then she still kept her own name though, didn't she?
No, she kept the Durley, name of Durley.
Oh.
She went into their name.
Yeah. Do you know what her own real name was?
Croskell.
Oh. Okay.
She was a Croskell.
And then now I've got a book that Mum gave me that must have belonged to her then, because it said Durley in it. It's called Little Dot.
Yes. I think she got it at Sunday school.
Yeah, she
or
got it
something.
at Sunday school. It was a religious tract that said in the front of the book. Oh, so well, and then what? When she got married, then was she married in the name of Croskell?
Oh, Croskell, yes.
But in
She
school
really
and
went
everything,
at school and where they went. She was known as Durley.
Durley.
But she wasn't
Adopted
or anything. No.
And then what happened to her father? Did he die with that too, or?
No, he didn't die. He got married again.
Oh.
And that's how Auntie Molly and all the others came in.
Oh. Yeah.
He had 18 children in all.
Yeah.
The 5 that died.
And then the one that lived.
The one that lived.
Yeah.
was Auntie Adeline and Mum that lived.
Yeah.
There was only the 2 of them got over that, and all the rest died, and Grandpa lived.
Yeah.
And they brought a scare into Frankston. Everybody was turning religious, thinking they was going to die.
Yeah. Now, how did you meet Grandpa?
How did I meet Grandpa?
Yeah.
Well, I'd been away to the west. When I came back, I was scrubbing the floor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And there was a knock at the front door, and Mum went up, and who should come in but Grandpa and Auntie Alice.
Yeah.
And the 2 of them, they stayed for tea, and I was scrubbing the floor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I looked around into the dining room, and I thought, he's not a bad looking sort. The boy, he looks a nice sort.
Yeah.
So anyway, I finished the kitchen, I scrubbed that, and I went into the bathroom and had a wash, and I went out the back door, and I went down the side of the house and got through my window and got dressed and come in.
You mean you went all the way, climbed through the window so you could get dressed in something nice, huh?
Oh, so you wouldn't see me in my old scrubbing turnout.
Yeah.
And then I came out all looking clean and tidy.
Yeah.
And so after that, they stayed and had tea,
Yeah.
Alice and he, and they asked us up to visit them the next afternoon. So Mum and I went up.
Yeah.
Was it on the Saturday? On the Sunday, that's right. Yes, we went up. With an excuse to see. They asked us up to see Edie. That was Rob's 6th sister.
Yeah.
We went up to see her, and he took me out for a walk, and over to the gardens, and then on we went. And I wasn't mad on him. Uncle Reg said to me one day, "Is your boy coming tonight?" I said, "He's not my boy."
Yeah.
They said, "Well, if you don't want him, tell him. Don't make a fool of him."
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how we met.
Yeah. Well, how long did you go together before?
About 2 years.
Yeah. Now, can you, going back the other way again, did you and Uncle Reg do any silly things when you were kids? You know how kids do things.
Played the wag once.
Did you? What happened?
Well, I was only little.
Yeah.
And Mum was going out visiting to Auntie Lizzie's.
Yeah.
That was Mrs. Durley's only daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, she was married then with a grown-up family.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mum was going out there to visit, and she gave us our dinner for lunch. Our lunch
to take to
school.
Yeah.
And so Reg reckons, "I'm not going to school, it's late."
Yeah.
Of course, I was little, I was only in the babies.
Yeah.
And of course I went with him.
Yeah.
We went down to the Richmond Park and we watched the trains all afternoon going out.
Yeah.
And we read through our school bag over the backyard.
Yeah.
Climbed over and we took our lunches out, and
Yeah.
he got a hiding, I didn't, because I was too young. I didn't know any better.
And you just going with him. Oh, did you?
Pretty good. I never got hit much.
No, did you? Did you ever do it again?
Never. I never played wag again.
No. Oh. Did you do anything else besides play the wag, or?
Well, he was 4 years and 7 months older than me.
Yeah. What sort of games did you play, Grandma?
Well, I used to play with the girls more.
Yeah.
Play with his boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, what sort of games did you girls play?
Play whips, tops.
Now, what's that?
He had a spinning top,
Yeah.
and you'd whip it along the footpath
Oh, yeah.
with a piece of string and stick.
Yeah.
And we used to play diabolos.
And what's?
Throw them up in the air and catch them on the...
And what are
and
they?
then work them. They were like a thing like that.
Oh, like a V?
Yes.
A V type?
A V in the middle, and
Yeah.
then the other part come out. They call them diabolos.
Yeah. And what did you do with them? You just...
Well, you'd get them on the string like that, and you'd work them up and get them buzzing, you know, and
yeah.
you'd throw them up in the air, and you'd catch them,
On the string again.
and then you'd work them up again.
Yeah.
We used to get them up as high as the telegraph poles.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And what else? What other things did you do?
Or skipping.
Yeah. Can you remember any of the rhymes you used to say when you were skipping? Because I know they've changed a lot. And some of them are very similar to the old ones.
I used to skip French and skip just ordinary, all in together this cold weather.
Yeah.
I saw Jack peeping out the crack, shoot, bang, fire, and then we'd have to run out.
Yeah.
Did you do those?
Yeah, I'm sure we did, but I can't remember what we used to say.
Marvellous how it comes to
Yes,
me.
isn't it amazing? It's amazing that you can remember. And you do a lot of, I imagine you used to do a lot of handwork as you got older.
Swimming, I used to
You
do
that?
fancy work.
Yeah. And love to swim. You swim over in the baths.
Used to go swimming in the bars and swim down to Frankston.
Yeah.
Used to do a terrible lot of swimming. Club swinging, you know.
Oh, but like what they would call a baton now?
Oh, no, we used to do, we call that rods,
Oh,
with the rods.
yeah. Well, what were the clubs?
They were like things like that. Bars there with a handle on it.
Yeah.
We used to swing them behind our back and round and swing them and all that.
Yeah.
We used to do the maypole.
Oh. It's been a long time since I've seen that done.
Because I belong to the calisthenic club.
Yes.
Central State School Calisthenic Club.
Yeah, and then you used to do a lot of Scottish.
I used to do dancing,
Yeah.
Irish and Scots and sailor's hornpipe and all that sort of dancing.
Yes, I've seen some pictures of you in your
Yes.
different outfits. They're pretty nice.
I used to learn elocution, but you wouldn't think so now.
Oh, you can tell. You can tell.
I can tell if anyone's speaking nice or correct.
Oh, yes. Well, you always sound good.
I don't think so.
Well, you do.
Try to at times.
Yeah. Then,
Red used to learn singing and I learned dancing.
yeah.
And he learned painting.
Oh, yes, I've seen
He
some
was a
of
good
his,
painter.
I've seen some of his paintings. They're pretty.
Mm.
He used to like to paint
Boats, ships and
yachts.
flowers too.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of these flowers that he's painted.
Auntie Myrtle's got some.
Does she?
And scenes, and rivers, and bridges and creeks and old Dutch houses and such like. He used to paint anything.
Yeah.
But he didn't like school. He wasn't very good at school.
Yeah.
He didn't like school. He played wag.
Did he play it more than that once?
Yes. He played wag in the end and Mum said to him, well, you're no good at school, you might just as well pack up and clear out
Yeah.
and go to work. So he went to work.
Yeah. And what did he do?
He started in a lemonade factory.
Yeah.
And he worked there for a while and then he learned to be a jeweller.
Oh, I didn't know that.
His mum paid for him to be a jeweller.
Yeah.
He had to pay £50 for him to be an apprentice.
Yeah.
He was one of the family, I suppose.
I'll ask you about. Why don't you tell me things about Uncle Doug? Tell me about him at school and that, and if there was any funny things that he ever did that.
Not that I know of. He didn't like school too much. He wasn't very bright.
Well, he may not have been in school subject type things, but he wasn't dumb.
Oh no, he wasn't a mug.
No.
Your mother was a better fighter than him.
Do you think that it's probably his
Because he
eyesight?
had glasses.
Yeah, had a lot to do with it. Yeah. And kids wouldn't
His
pick on
glasses, they used to call him Gogs.
him. Yeah,
And Dulcie would come along, she had that gold bangle.
yeah,
She used to have it and they'd be fighting him.
yeah,
And she'd thump them on the back with his pants and they'd say, woo, woo, woo.
yeah.
They'd go like mad. They'd say, come on, here's Gogs' sister.
No.
Doug used to get home free then. His little sister used to fight for him.
Yeah. Oh. The kids are cruel like that to each other, don't they? Call each other names and
They do.
yeah.
4:20. I'll see if Mrs. Turnbull.
Okay.
I'll see her.
Besides clopping people over the back with the brushes. Can you remember things about Mum when she was little?
I didn't go too nice over the tape recorder.
No, can't hear all that.
And the teacher kept Morris in one day. He just started school. and he wanted to go outside and the teacher wouldn't let him because he dirtied his pants.
Oh dear.
And Valda had Marge brought him home. Well, Dulcie brought him home from school. She used to be like an old mother with him, an old hen.
Yeah.
Had all of his hand, and he was walking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I sent them down the yard and with a dish of water, and Dulcie had to wash him, put him in a dish of water down the yard and wash him in warm water.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she used to be like an old hen with him,
Yeah.
looking after him.